Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing with you our school night evening routine. Although I will preface this by once we ended up the night, I realized that this was not like a normal evening. Number one, our kids are in lots of extracurricular activities. Piper and Jane are both in dance and they go multiple times a week, and Jackson is in baseball. And also Chris was working all evening in the office. He did eat dinner with us, but then he was pretty much working for the rest of the evening. And usually he's a really big help with the nighttime routine, but I ended up doing most of it because he was working. So anyways, I just wanted to say that before this video gets started. And if you guys are new, I'd love for you to subscribe to our channel. We share lots of routine videos like this and some haul videos and groceries and dinner and meal ideas, all sorts of things that have to do with a family of 5. So if you like that kind of stuff, I'd love for you to subscribe. So basically our evening routine starts out with emptying the dinner table or getting the dinner table cleaned. I did treat the kids to some chocolate banana bread, so that's what they were doing when I was emptying the table. And then I got into the kitchen and I realized that the dishwasher needed to be emptied before I can actually do the dishes. I honestly hate when that happens. I hate putting the dishes away, but it needed to be done because I also hate going to bed with dishes in the sink. So I knew that this section of our evening was going to take a little longer so that I could get the dishes done, but that's okay. Usually on a regular night, the kids will go with Chris and they'll play or go outside for a minute or get their bath started. But like I said before, Chris was working, so the kids were kind of just running around and playing a little bit. And like I said before as well, some of our nights don't necessarily look like this because with the kids' dance, the girls' dance classes end up sometimes at 6:30 or even 7:30 at night. So we try to squeeze in the same routine just a little bit quicker each night. But this night we didn't have anything going on, so I knew I could take my time and film this video for you guys. So I try to get the kitchen cleaned while the kids are in the bath or before they get bathed so that I don't have to do this after they are in bed and I can just wind down and get ready for bed as soon as they're in bed. I like that because I feel like if I have a lot left to do while I'm putting the kids to bed, I'm not very intentional with the kids when I'm putting them to bed. I'm very rushed. I feel anxious. I feel like there's a lot for me to do and I don't need to be sitting with my kids reading them books. I know that sounds terrible, but that's how I feel. So I feel like if the kitchen is at least cleaned and ready to go for the next day, I can spend a little bit more time putting the kids to bed. So that's just what I like to do. And the kids kind of know the routine. They know that mommy cleans the kitchen as soon as dinner's over and they kind of need to do their thing or hang out with Chris a little bit. So as you can see, I usually clean up first as far as putting the extra food, leftovers, that's the word, into the refrigerator and cleaning all the dishes, putting away the big pots and pans, and then wiping the counters down. I do wipe the counters down after lunch as well, but I do a very good wipe down of the counters after dinner, before bed, and also this is kind of our hub. The kitchen is our hub. So as far as Jane's homework and all of her things, you can see that after I wipe down the counter, I have my computer and things out still. I bring out Jane's homework and her papers out. I want to make sure that the counter is cleaned before I get all of her things out. The last thing I want to do is have her homework covered in food or my computer covered in food. So it doesn't look like the counter is necessarily cleaned, but it has a system. So you can see I'm opening up Jane's homework, getting it ready for the evening.
So good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run on me leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking.
next thing that I usually do is go around the house and tidy up. I do have the kids help me right before dinner. If we know that dinner's about to be ready, we try to eat at 6 o'clock on the days that we are home. The kids will start cleaning up a little bit. You can see Chris feeding the dog. I usually do not vacuum at night, but we had extra crumbs. So I did vacuum this evening just underneath the bar area from where there were a ton of crumbs, but I didn't vacuum anywhere else. But we do try to tidy up the entire house before the kids go to bed, so that includes folding blankets, getting everything cleaned in the living room, and then going up in the playroom. The playroom wasn't too bad, but the kids weren't in the bathtub still yet, so they helped me to clean up a little bit. Actually, I think Piper was in the bathtub. Chris did put her in the bathtub. You could see in the background of the clip before this. So Jane and Jackson were upstairs with me, putting these puzzles away and cleaning up a little bit in the playroom.
Who's breaking his heart? Too much of emotions. Sometimes I'm the light. Don't wanna pick a fight with it. Everything seems so good.
I also like to go in each kid's room and kind of get their bed ready for them, closing their curtains. Piper likes to sleep on her bottom trundle bed for whatever reason right now, so I get her blankets and her pillows ready. I picked up Jane's room a little bit. Again, sometimes I have the kids clean up their room. Other times it's a lot easier for me to just pick up really quick while they're in the bathtub and kind of get their room ready to go. Since Chris was not able to help me, I was trying to just go as fast as I could to get certain things done because it was getting late. You can see Jackson's still in the tub, but I am helping Piper brush her teeth and brush her hair. And then Jane comes in, I'll brush Jane's hair as well, and Jane can brush her own teeth. And then I go and I put Piper to bed first. And what I do, and this is even when Chris is helping me, we put Piper in bed first and one of us will read her a book. And then we put her, she doesn't like her lights all the way off, so we have a dimmer on my phone so you can see. In the next clip, it looks like I'm playing on my phone, but I'm trying to get the dimmer situated, and we'll dim her lights and we'll give her one of our phones to watch videos on, either PBS Kids or YouTube Kids or something like that. We found that if we do not give her the phone, I know this sounds terrible, but I'm just being real with you guys, she will come out of the room constantly while we're trying to help Jane with her homework or put Jackson to bed. She'll come upstairs and she's just a big distraction. And so we know that the phone will keep her in the room. So that's what she does. She has the phone until we put Jane to bed, which is about like 20 minutes, and then she's in bed. So that's Piper's routine. I know it's a little off. A lot of times people don't like their kids to have any screen time before bed, but that's just what works for us right now. We have tried to let her be involved in putting Jane and Jackson to bed, but like I said, it just turns into a crazy disaster. So this is our routine with Piper. Then Jane was doing a little bit of her homework by herself. Usually if Chris is helping, she does not do her homework by herself, but I just wanted her to get started, and I just thought she looked so cute in her room. So usually Chris will do this. If I'm putting Piper to bed, Chris will put Jackson to bed, and then vice versa. But since Chris could not help, the next thing I did was go up and get Jackson's room ready for bed. We brushed his teeth, brushed his hair, read him a book, and said his prayers and everything, and put him to bed. He really enjoys this book, Quick as a Cricket. It's really, really cute if you guys have never seen it before. But Jackson is really easy to put to bed. He just wants a book, and like I said, then we say our prayers and sing a lullaby, and then he's pretty much done. He doesn't ever come out, and he's really good about bedtime. I think he's just really tired from the day, and it just works out. So the only homework that Jane has is to read every night, but her teacher also sends home certain things that we don't have to do, but I like to do with her. And it's just like 1 or 2 things each night. So it's very simple. She actually enjoys doing it as well. So that's what we do, and a lot of times we try to do that right when she gets home from school, but most days, I'm not gonna lie, it happens like right before she goes to bed, and then same with her reading that is mandatory for her homework. So Jane has been loving being on the top bunk recently, so we'll read up on the top bunk, whether it's her homework or me just reading her a book and then putting her to bed. As soon as the kids are all in bed, I go into the office and I make my to-do list for the next day across all the things off my calendar that I did that day, transfer things that I didn't get done onto the new calendar or the new to-do list for the next day, and put the new things on. That way I'm ready to go when I wake up. And lately, if you guys have watched my update video, I don't do anything else after the kids go to bed. I brush my teeth, I wash my face, and I go straight to bed. I don't do any editing or anything like that. So that's it for our night. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for all the support always, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.